I'd like to start out before we get started with our ribbon cutting ceremony. Actually, we have a congratulatory telegram, not necessarily a telegram, but it's more just a message. That's what they say in Japan. Sorry, I was off in my Japanese brain there for a moment. It's a celebratory, congratulatory message that we've received from the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Japan, Mr. Taro Aso, who I think you can see on this screen right now. I'm going to read it out first in Japanese here and then continue on with it in English. 本日ですね、麻生太郎副総理、財務大臣からですね、今、お祝いの祝電、いただいておりますので、ここでご披露させていただきます。麻生太郎副総理財務大臣からの祝電。デジタルガレージ社の米国サンフランシスコにおけるインキュベーションセンター開設にあたり、お祝いの言葉を送ります。このセンターが起点となり、日本をはじめアジア、アメリカの若手起業家が情報交換を行いながら研究を深め、新たな時代を開くビジネスを増出されることを期待しています。平成25年11月、日本国副総理兼財務大臣、麻生太郎様よりのメッセージをいただきました。So I'll read that briefly now in English. It says, I would like to congratulate you on the opening of your new facilities in San Francisco. I look forward to the center becoming a focal point for young entrepreneurs from not only Japan, but Asia and the United States to further their research while sharing information with each other to open up a new era in business. November 2013, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Japan, Taro Aso. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。Okay, so now I would like to ask the very important guest we have here today to please come to the stage for a brief speech. I'd like to ask the Mayor of San Francisco, Mr. Ed Lee. Everyone give him a warm round of applause. よろしくお願いします。
Thank you, Justin. My Japanese is not as good as yours, I have to admit. But I am so glad to be here as the mayor of San Francisco and to join our local district supervisor, Jane Kim, in acknowledging this wonderful first opening of an international business incubator right here in Market Street in the innovation capital of the world of San Francisco. And I want to thank Deputy Consul General Watanabe for being here as well. I know that he's here because he knows that we are an international city. In fact, we host some 72 foreign consulate offices here in our city, the highest number outside of New York and Washington, D.C. We are host to 18 sister cities in San Francisco, and one of them, of course, is Osaka, Japan. And so I'm delighted that today, on this wonderful announcement of Digital Garage 717 is right in the heart. This combination of the Digital Garage and NEO coming to San Francisco and to open up their incubator headquarters right here in the innovation corridor. And I was talking to some of the media people here from Nikkei that they know that this is part of our commitment to Market Street, that we want this to be the innovation corridor for the whole city, for the Bay Area, if not for the world. And I have several announcements to make. One is the recognition that innovation isn't just something that we do locally. We understand and know that we are part of an international effort that's going on, that companies want to locate here because the talent is here, technology interest is here, and we make a long-term commitment to discover better ideas in business or in improving the quality of life for everybody can begin right here. So I want to congratulate Digital Garage for starting here and making this a fantastic announcement. The other announcement I want to make is to thank the Digital Garage because they've begun in the very kind of value-oriented way that we've always wanted to see good businesses start. And they follow in the tradition of many talented Japanese companies that have come here because not only do we want them to be successful, we want to share in their success. This is the story of San Francisco with so many companies. Supervisor Kim and I are not just about business success. We also want to be about success for everybody, to share in that success. And that is why I am so moved that when the DG 717 start here, they also want to signal that they share in the success. So they have chosen 3 community-oriented entities to receive the sponsorship, the grants that they have to start out here. And this is so Asian, in my opinion, because I've always wanted to do that as well, that with every successful effort that we start or that we receive, we bring others aboard to share in that success. Today, Hospitality House, which is a very well-known community-based arts project that helps homeless and local people here, are getting a grant from Digital Garage. That also, the Asian Law Caucus that was chosen by Supervisor Kim, they're getting a grant. Someplace that it's very close to my heart because I used to work there, and Jane used to also work there as well. And then something dear to my heart as well, which is the Mayor's Cup and the commitment to the First Tee program is also getting a grant as a result of this opening. So these 3 entities are being sponsored today by Digital Garage as their introduction effort. And so on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco, in fact, on behalf of all of the technology companies, DG 717 now becomes the 1,893rd technology company in San Francisco. And they are a wonderful story. I want to congratulate and thank them for being here. And on behalf of the city, I'd like to present this to Mr. Hayashi. If you come forward here, to present you here the proclamation from the city declaring today to be Digital Garage Day in San Francisco. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ed Lee, Mayor of San Francisco. Now I would like to ask the District 6 San Francisco City Supervisor, Ms. Jane Kim, to please come to the stage for a few words. 皆様大きな拍手でお願いします. A round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. And it's actually a really good reminder of why it's so important for us to support our language immersion public schools here in San Francisco, because being bilingual and trilingual is such an important part of growing the strength of our city and our young people to be able to compete in an economy that is increasingly global. So the mayor and I have the honor of going to all of these ribbon cuttings throughout the district that I represent, particularly here in the South of Market and Mid-Market. And I have to say, this is the first incubator space that we are coming to that is actually an international collaborative workspace, and that is incredibly exciting. I was speaking with some of the employees here about how, you know, many of us came to San Francisco 13 years ago for what many consider the first dot-com boom. And I actually graduated from Stanford. Many of my friends left school, graduated, and went straight into this hot economy at that time. Of course, you know, we had the bus cycle that followed, and what we're seeing now is incredibly different. It's exciting. The diversity of the economies and the businesses are incredible. And what is exciting about this next step in our district is that now we're seeing an international collaboration. This is not just about what's happening here in San Francisco and the Bay Area, but it's also about what's happening in Asia. And as many of you know, it's been the mayor's priority to help strengthen and develop these relationships with Asia so that we can collaborate and bring our investment and share ideas together, because that's how innovative business and products are going to be created and brought together for our people. So I'm also here on behalf of the 11 members of the Board of Supervisors to welcome Digital Garage, DG 717, to the South of Market. And I also have a commendation as well signed by all 11 members for for the company. But I just wanted to say one last thing and just really echo what our mayor had said. Both the mayor and I came from a background of community organizing and advocacy, so we know how important it is for us to build relationships so that we don't have divided cities. We are one city, and we can only be successful if all of our communities are successful. We often have to negotiate and really push companies to consider investing and giving back from the get-go. But there was none of that here. Digital Garage came and immediately said, how do we invest back into the city from day one? You don't need to convince us to do this. This is part of our belief system and vision as well. We want to be a part of this city and neighborhood. And Asian Law Caucus and Hospitality House are two amazing organizations. I know that we have some of our youth leaders from Asian Law Caucus here. Where are you? Where are you? Stand up. We have some of our youth leaders here from Asian Law Caucus as well who've been doing tremendous work on a national level to support immigration reform, something that is important to all of our communities. And we have so many young people that came to the US at a young age, but through a very convoluted immigration process, don't have the same access to education and jobs because of their status here in this country. And they have been the leaders, and they've been so courageous in coming out and speaking about their stories, about way they should be able to access higher education and jobs the same as their US citizen brothers and sisters. And I also want to recognize Hospitality House, who is here as well in our district. Jackie Jenks, our executive director. When people ask me how we're supporting and addressing homelessness in our city, I say by supporting organizations like Hospitality House. They run the premier homeless shelter in our district, one that people enjoy going to and feel respected, and also a drop-in arts center, employment center on 6th Street and Market as well. And so supporting these two organizations are going to be an immense benefit to our communities in our city. And First Tee, I was a former Board of Education member. Seeing young people learn how to golf that don't normally have access to that program is a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. So thank you again. And I just wanted to present this commendation on behalf of the Board of Supervisors to Digital Garage on its DG 717 grand opening, in honor of your newly christened startup Incubator at 717 Market Street, where your team is cultivating a hub for entrepreneurship, culture, art, and world-class technology. The Board of Supervisors of the City and County extends its highest commendation and recognition on this day of your ribbon cutting and sake ceremony.
Thank you very much.
Thank you and welcome again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, now moving on, I would like to ask another very important guest to please come to the stage. He is the Acting Consul General of Japan in San Francisco, Mr. Nobuhiro Watanabe. Would you please welcome him to the stage?
Good morning, everyone. 皆さんおはようございます。It is a really great pleasure for me to attend this special occasion to celebrate the opening of Data Garage Incubation Center here in San Francisco. I would like to say thank you very much to Mayor Ed Lee for making his time available this morning to celebrate this special event. I know Mayor Ed Lee has been a big supporter of Data Garage for the past years, having visited the site of the company beforehand and greatly contributed to the successful opening of this incubation center here in the center of San Francisco at the vantage point of the city. I would also like to recognize and thank other leaders from many areas, including the Ms. Jane Kim, in attendance for celebrating this momentous occasion today. From Japan's perspective, opening this incubation center here in San Francisco comes at very opportune time because, as you know, the growth strategy of Japan, just launched by our Prime Minister Abe, underlines the importance of opening up new market, both inside and outside country, and promoting new ventures and business. The Data Garage is one of the leading companies whose name is widely known, not only in Japan, but also around the globe, including the US. It has so far nurtured and fostered many Japanese startup companies, and Data Garage has now eyed San Francisco for expanding their area of business and undertakings, to which our Consulate General Office is very much welcoming. They are coming to the San Francisco. I'm sure this incubation center certainly serves as a bridge between Japan and the United States. Of course, the Silicon Valley is the epicenter for the innovation, and San Francisco has the ability in many aspects to attract young, vibrant, and innovative-minded entrepreneurs like Digital Garage US Inc. So we are very much looking forward to seeing more and more Japanese companies enter into US market, and at the same time, more US companies venture into Japanese market, thus the expanding economic and business interaction between Japan and California in the future. Innovation takes place where people make face-to-face interaction and expand their networks. So it is my sincere hope that this incubation center serves as a catalyst in fostering more and more these interactions, and this center will facilitate more growth of both Bay Area and Japanese companies together in the future. Having said so, once again, congratulations for this grand opening of this incubation center here in San Francisco. どうもおめでとうございます。Thank you very much.
Okay, now we will be moving on to a special ceremony in which Digital Garage will be handing in, or they will be presenting 3 special donation checks to 3 different NPOs, which were mentioned just a moment ago. First of all, I want to get the participants up on stage first, so I'd like to ask Mayor Ed Lee to please come to the stage, as well as Supervisor Kim. And Mr. Hayashi, would you please make your way to the stage? As well as the representatives of each of the NPOs, would you please make your way to the stage as well? So the 3 donation checks that will be presented today are for the Hospitality House, Mayor's Cup, and the Asian Law Caucus. First of all, Hospitality House has served the homeless community in San Francisco's Tenderloin District since 1967. Through their unique combination of peer-led programs and advocacy efforts, many homeless and low-income people have been empowered to unite their voices to stimulate social change. The Mayor's Cup, this golf tournament benefits the First Tee of San Francisco, Asian Americans Advancing Justice, Asian Law Caucus, the Educational and Leadership Foundation. Lastly, the Asian Law Caucus, founded in 1972, is the nation's first legal aid and civil rights organization serving the low-income Asian Pacific American communities. So I think we'll first get started by asking Mr. Hayashi to please give the first check to the Hospitality House. Would you bring that out now? Thank you very much. The next one will go to the Mayor's Cup. And next to the Asian Law Caucus. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for all the people on stage. Thank you very much, Mayor Lee, Supervisor Kim, Mr. Hayashi, and all of our representatives of the NPOs. Okay, so now, in just a moment, we will be moving on to the actual ribbon cutting ceremony. It's been standing up here on stage this entire time. So now, for the next part, I would like to ask Mayor Lee, once again, Supervisor Kim, the Consul General Watanabe, Mr. Hayashi, Joy Ito, Ian McFarland, and Dan McDuff to please make their way to the stage as we'll be getting started in just a moment.
Dan Riedel, not Dan McDuff.
Hmm?
Dan Riedel.
Sorry, a little bit of a miscommunication. Dan Riedel will be on the stage. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to ask them to do the ribbon cutting ceremony in just a moment. I'd like to ask everyone out in the audience, please, to kind of help us out with this. We want everyone to sort of participate. So we're just going to do this very simple. We're going to count it down. We're going to start at 3. Go 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, cut into it. Okay? So I hope everyone will help me out. Okay, is everyone ready? All the scissors are at the ready? Okay. Here you go. Everyone, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you very much. Everyone, one more round of applause. Thank you very much.